is called again a display of the Yeshe Shijor, or the four display of the wisdom. So the first one is called the Dorjit Sembas Dorjit Sembas Khongsengilam is now Dorjit Sembas inner path, or yet we can say something can be translated.
Oh yeah,
so there will be a white light going up, and then this white light. So then it will be continued by the blue light, and on this blue light, so there will be again a very dark tigli, or this spear there, and then this spear. So in this spear there will be again many 5-colored tigli, or the spear there, and there will be lots of minor ones. So this can again be displayed, seen.
Oh yeah, take a change. He just that didn't tenale. Ututin Hamati Tintana was a cabo, noble chendo, centrarin, the dinner, port cabo batab change, was a cabo batab, tile tintan trompe, he had a te dorjesambi, and the meloe he don't race.
So this is called is the display of the mirror-like wisdom.
The geno serbo tedon ravachi charete, cheresenande. Melon chi doing Sadr Mare Soto Mare
Nyamni.
Nyani Hikito. Nyani Hikidon the Karen here is.
So then there will be same display, and then so there will be a white yellow beams, and then this is the display of the wisdom of equality. So after that will be the red display. So that is the either the Sorto or the Nyamni Ishi's projections. So that's called. So this is called the four display of the four wisdom mind. So then after that, then there will be a spherical light, like a umbrella, which is made from the peacock's feather. So usually we have the 5 wisdom mind, and here that these projections are only the 4 wisdom mind. So why don't we have the 5 wisdom mind, the Jatovishi, or the wisdom of activity? Because here this wisdom of activity have not grown to its full extension. So then if we are able to see that all these are the display of our true primordial wisdom, so then again there is the possibility of being liberated. Tangka gi nang hot din din ta nang kha tong he di tangka ya ta na ya ta ba ta bu ji thamna le ka sema jo ngi mu chi dombo chi ti ge ne o dombo kha du nga den chi te yu ho de chou chen kor te yu ho de long ke hi wi chen kor kha. So then again wisdom this wisdom mind also dissolves into the Lundup or the spontaneous nature. So again, there are like the display of like a spherical display and with lots of colors, and then there will be again the display or the projection of all these peaceful rattle deities on the upper part and the peaceful deities on the lower part.
Ta long ku hwa le wi dong shu ye le rong yin tu bi hin ring ni hin kan cha hin yores. Di yo tenan ro tu dong ten derje gi thoba tu dong che ba cha on yores.
So then, so there will be all the five Buddha land of this five Buddha family, and then also the 6 Buddhas of the 6 realms can be seen.
Ta te khaon di ten tele che sere sa lundu rumbo chi bub ji go she se ne lundu goje ge no te khaon yor chalu je thamba yor.
So at that time, so then it said that this spontaneous appearance is now the door to this spontaneous appearance is opened, and then there are the appearances of the 8 different kinds of the Lundup experiences.
Tene ripande tujetar khar senata senjele ni je she ji shenje yons.
So at that time, then our Rigpa can also manifest in the form of compassion. So then there will be a great compassion generated for the sentient beings.
Oh yeah, tujeta. Then water cars, ye hinga is rongwake. Oh, rongwak kadun nanga can jiten taljinoi no I can tell water cars.
Then this Rigpa can also be arisen as in the form of light. So there can be again the 5 colored light depending on the respective 5 wisdom.
Oh yeah, then good tar chalne. Oh, no attention lie no attack.
So at that time, again, this Rigpa can manifest in the form of kayas, and then there can be again all these deities.
Then ye tar chal said the sonje ji hin tabao is a challenge, tabao.
So when this projects as the primordial wisdom, so there we can see all the pure land of the different Buddha families.
The year. Then you may die here, Metubi Tengan says. That Joe Metubi Tengan the Hare, telling you may die here.
So then it said that so this Rigpa can also be experienced, displayed as the non-dual. So there all the conceptions will cease.
Tadro Tarhara said the Chini Song Tatanje don't draw Chini Gadagi Chini Tail Songtar the 2 years.
So then it can also, the Rigpa can manifest without any boundaries. So there then the Kadak or the primordial pure with all these translucent qualities can be manifested.
You know, Madapa could go down here is. Trunon Tanjamala Jamata, Trunon Tanje here is.
So at that time, so there will be all, with the same, simultaneously, there will also be the impure display of this samsara.
You got that Hanne. Then Chembao Young Kenshin, that here is.
Then like the pure form of display can be experienced or there, and then all sorts of knowledge or the wisdom can be experienced.
That Young Kenshin, 100 Mitrepata, Mumana, Roman Rita, the Jema 2, nothing, Mohido, Mohitrebata. Then Ronola Ichi, Tusarias, take Asule, then Project Donga, tend to get here is.
So at that time, if we are a practitioner, and then when all this display comes, so he said it's like meeting our old friend. So if we meet our old friend, then we are not frightened, and then like able to accept all these displays. So that's why it can be relevant that when all these appearances comes, so the practitioner can see this as our self-display.
Oya take us my head to Jiren to Mejebi zone, Junji Tengan zone, Jun Hieres.
So then there are all the clear ones and all these qualities of the enlightened beings. So at that time, all these qualities also can manifest.
Ta tika sala lario ripa nijing on the koron tadro la tan tuje le tim kukola telne tenlu jete de tiji li chalne ten kada noin so ne ngo hepa na ne chize londe leon dika sala son jene de mancheji pa du no me mchan yos.
So again, all these the projections can again be dissolved into itself again, and then it will be dissolved into the inner sphere of the Kadak. So at that time, the practitioners are again have the chance to get liberated. So we have lots of chances.
Rinpa docho yi danga se, chini pa do rongno la yi chi pa ma pong do punju pa tabu danga se ju teke tsandar kya. Di ka sule, ta lundu jino wa tanche chawa kya ra, tene tan di ka su chor tena, tan rinpa docho yi danga se pa do ni chondro kya res. Te chire se nam, handi ji medon trepa se re,
So this is the instruction given to the person of the intermediate faculty. So the person of the intermediate faculty, by seeing all this, can be liberated. So this is also the metaphor used here is now, so if we practice this, so it's like seeing, so meeting our old friend, or is another metaphor that is used is now like a child going to the, sitting on the mother's lap. So by these experiences, then a practitioner can liberate in this Bardo state called Chuniki Bardo.
Oh, yeah, Tanda Nala Mumba Hedger, Tendo Tudolane, Kadogi Ripang water, Tenen Nua Tanjiro Noimbang Wohe, or Telezonga Gitoso me Pashena, Tenepadol Chojek Damar Tema to Genchime does.
So basically, like if we summarize all these teachings, then we see that first we must be able to recognize the Rigpa, and then also we must be able to see that everything that we experience is our mental projection, and then meditate on this. So if we are able to see that all the experiences, whether it be a good or bad, without any discrimination, seeing it as the self-display, so this is the main instruction in brief.
Oh, yeah, take a chini Bardo, Chita Bardo Yiba, Siba Bardo.
So the fourth Bardo is called the Sitpa Bardo.
Ta chini Bardo le trauma tuna, ten Siba Bardo se legge trotupa, Yura Kunche la Wandu Patabu Dongos, ta Tendela trauma to Bardo la trauma tuna, ta penna chuchi diwache busona chut, Tusan Romaria, ten Hama Shimani to the Wachi Asad tuna, ten Penipachundra here, Tetabutis, ta Sheva Shima Gedongati. The Gerandorist.
So then a person who is not able to liberate in this Chuniki Bardo or the Bardo of Dharmadhatu, then the instruction on the Sitpa Bardo is given, the Bardo of existence. I mean, so here is like the example here, or the metaphor used is now, suppose if we are taking water and is taking on a pipe, and the pipe breaks in between. So so this instructions is like fixing this pipe so that the water can flow from one end to another by fixing it. So this is the metaphor here. The instruction given on the Sitpa Bardo is used like that.
다 세바 바도라 잡드쇼나 다 손제지 행강아 공론도 세발렌 투기 히어스.
So in this Siddha Bardo, so if we are able to do, then what we have to do is now we must be able to make ourselves to be reborn in one of the five Buddha field of the five Buddha families.
Oya te indi tata ne dewa chenji hengkang la soba hengkang de zhong hengkang tele gom tendre se ne ta phowa do cheba zhong gidze ti chire sena tsendela tromato padola tromato na tene sonje ji hengkang chi dun dro se ne tene wa ndupata buta sewa sema le troju je tene danga te tena le nyaslen chu hiores.
So this Sipa Bardo is now like before taking the next life in these six realms. So here, this is one reason why in this state, so we practice on the the visualize all this Buddha field, like the Western Buddha field, and then why we do the paw practice and all these practices on these five Buddha fields and are done so that in a person can make himself to be or herself to be born in this five Buddha field, and then it's like connecting the broken pipe, and so in the next life the person can work and then get liberated or enlightened.
Tene rongin trugu hengkang sena ta hengkang ngayore viso merumba hyangaga laso ba hengkang ngayore hengkang nga kongrun shena hengkang ne shetare songje tare sena songje mare jere sana songje ji zhong she he ore songje ji zhong she de songje de jumara a penna tere te yena dewa che ta bi hengkang ji no she tsan zong te liten tel songje nro me har ko ale duge mare.
So there are five Buddha Buddha fields of the five Buddha family. So in these five directions. So when a person is born in any of these five Buddha field, or the so that doesn't necessarily mean that a person is enlightened. So it's just like the person is born in the presence of a Buddha. So there, in that one lifetime, so that person gets the opportunity to practice, so that in this in that one lifetime, so a person can work and then practice to get enlightened.
Oh, dewa che nomba sonje bi miyur thatu cheresana thatu gu sonje ji ko phong tho ju teres. Mene ka laro mi ko phong tho ke kha chiphai mare nyawa na shen res she jores. Hengkang ji li she na roni dewa shibare re te senjin gi tan ten ru khio mares. Senjin thonje ji ta drumte do roni ji do dungar thonje le trangken te sonje ma to yo mares. O te indi tenes dewa chenji hengkang ta bu li she sona sonje opa me bindun che hyo ne liten tele tan sonje ne senjin ji tan de troba sewa mombo tan shen senjin gi tan she tum chenji re hyoris.
So the main purpose of all this Buddhist practice is to get enlightened. That is for the benefit of all sentient beings. So here, like throughout the Buddhist practice, a person can be born in the higher realms, like in the God realm or even in human realm, but still then, so this is not something which is stable, and then the person in the next life can be born in the lower realms. So the main purpose to be born in the all these pure Buddha fields is to now a person, for example, can be born in Dewachen, and there he can or she can receive the direct instruction from the Buddha Amitabha himself, and from there he can work hard to get completely enlightened. And once a person is enlightened, so he is free from all the fears and all the obscuration, and like in one instant, simultaneously, spontaneously, the person is able to manifest into various beings and various forms in various realms and benefit the sentient beings. So this is the main purpose to get enlightened, is to benefit the sentient beings.
Oh yeah, ta ya kado sepa rongi truku henghan shema thena te chise gristena tene shewa shema milindru kandelana chitene lilan rendores.
So then if we are not able to transfer our consciousness into any of these the 5 Buddha field of Nirmanakaya, so then a person has to be born in any of these 6 realms.
Oh yeah, ta tsendele teo zoba chenbu cheje hyunyung hachong togang ji deon me poa jong te de gewi le zis zombo chen tena tangche dewa chenji henkang te rad shona ne utu te dewa chenji henkang le she ne yona changamba gawa yona losho pardo de mi henkang na tambarin chenjon de yona nushu pe matlepa na tamba no ataya ta dewa chen hin na pe matlepa se na tamba no ataya yona shonshu lera ko bi henkang na tamba tayo truba yona wishu meramba yi henkang na tamba yan pa to den ta tenga le henkang ngar ser usu se jite nga kang ji shenga nga ka le she jo ramba shi nga ja ta ne choro se ni tende she jo yona kongro re le she jo tende she jo res yena utu ne he jite re ta nishu dewa chenji henkang te damna she yo la te phayen chambo yo re te damna yo bo yo res gado se bata tenale she ma tu na usu se jite re nyauso lelon me chejo tolne tote tur miten de nayin ge on de hor nyalen le ya she phejo me cheo nyauso lelon me ta tendre shi hindong khen chi yoras.
So then so especially those who are practitioners or the Dzogchen practitioners, and even if they are not able to practice deeply or extensively, or those who have practiced some poor practice or any of this practice, so the practitioner must be able to transfer our consciousness into any of these 5 Buddha field of the 5 directions. And then either it said that a person can be born in one or in any of these 5, or can be born in all the 5 in a sequence. And of this, Rinpoche's advice is now, of this 5 Buddha field, like the Buddha field of the West is more a good choice, because there is said it is easy to be born in this Buddha of the Buddha field of the West. And so there we must try to transfer our consciousness into this Buddha field, and then still then there can be practitioners who have received all the teachings, who have received all these, but still becomes very busy or becomes diluted, and because of these delusions and people, there can be people who are not able to practice all the teachings that one receives.
Ta nyausa lenlong me na yong tangci ma nyang ba. Malong number tapa tan ni shena tene shewa shema million tapa hishe jo song.
So we have received all these teachings and empowerments, and if we are able to keep all the commitments or all the samayas purely, and then if we make the aspirational prayer to be born as a human being in our next life, so then there is a chance that we can be born again as a human being.
Oh yeah, that then henkang ni she ma theu na ten tata kong de Bardo chini Bardo ne na hi nangka le ten tsare rong hi jachi to tu nga tsare riba rong no ge lendru ge je no a kha yo re te ta mon tro yo mari te ma dro na te ta le long ke on no tu te Jera Reon Res.
So then, as all these the bardos, the different bardos that comes to a person, then if we are not able to recognize all these stages of the Chunit Bardo, or was not able to transfer our consciousness into any of these Nirmanakaya Buddha field, 5 Buddha fields, and then then because of our the karmic wind that comes up, so that becomes more stronger.
Long ya long, may long, chui long, sai long, then I long here is.
So at that time, the 5 energies of the 5 elements again becomes more potent and stronger.
Tas koa sipa shima de ya nduje don. Then no here jesar dundro. Then tara timro rongi jachu, the chak timuki topa, the chaki topa, hedong topa, the jach shambo ya long here is.
So when our the energy of the 5 elements becomes stronger, and likewise our consciousness also becomes more clearer, and then when that becomes more clear, all our 80 concepts of the all our the anger, desire and ignorance, so all these conceptions also again comes to existence.
Tene salon chulome long tedan no hinin rene ta yijili paduli sena yijili sena ombo kun tong no achares ta ngal zuye tren mi jiten ri no ata de tren yo marete litel yijili ser rapa khachag li mara te yo no chao hiores.
So at that time, then as we have all these elements, the energy that is coming, and then we have this consciousness and everything arising. So then a person, we don't have a very physical body, but still then a person will feel that it has a physical body, and then even there will be all the senses will be present.
Tenis tas serapa sajo mara te indi sur trisandu gihere ses trisas ngehe chawes.
So there, the beings are not able to eat gross food. So only depends upon the smell for as their food or nourishment. And then it's said that they can also have some small powered clairvoyance.
Ta mai ngar to umi gihin sena doji den sena teni de tong to hiamare seleno. Te mai ba Dong Sung Jiten Kande Nalingira Kana China Tirale Samba Zangji Leres Chirisana Yijizu Jenra.
So here is said that so this form of the body can be obstructed only by the womb of a mother, and also is not the person is not able to be born in the pure Buddha families like Buddha field like Akanishta or any of the Buddha field, or it also obstructs in the Dorjiden or the Buddha field. So other than these pure beings, so it's said that the person arrives in anywhere that he longs for, just by instantly that being can move in all this impure within the impure realms.
Now, Parsi Gena, Tanga Hitchange Lama Chayana the Chi, Bardo draw a cotton, draw a change, Bardo Nyan Chamdun Kenji Penton Ton Hirime, then Mambananka Ton Hiamaris.
So here, who sees all these beings is now a high practitioner or lama who has these clear minds, are able to see these Bardo beings, or the Bardo beings themselves are able to see.
Korong Tona, Taunga here the train Himaris, Kuriki Juno Zella Hamba Sheres, Yamake Kujuna Yakuma Kishe here, Co contra Shene, Hencha Shane here is.
So he said that even that being sees the one's own corpse, so he's not believe that he's dead. And then likewise, when his or her belongings are used by someone, gets angry or carried on, so there's lots of attachment to the belongings.
Te indi ko toji kanji yorete lama ke hoa ma jen zhidong surse surma jena ke sajo tomares.
So these beings have the hunger and then the thirst. But it is said that if there is a lama or a practitioner dedicating this, so without dedication, they are not able to enjoy or even the smell and the water.
Ko mona tatsuta bu noa ma to ko ki toma kamar ni metsara te di ni di noa ko ki natsol meres.
So, like as just now, don't have this the male and the female flute there, or the two essential flute. So the person will also not have a very clear vision. So the experience will be bloody, or there won't be any clear experiences. So it will be more like dark experiences. And it said that even that being will not be able to see the sun or moon.
Oh, tene ko le lite ropa shata ki limera yilira shadolung ki chewa yendo ko kalro ki rongo yo mari yade yode sena chamana cha sen kana chena tera tadangore na sen du jume do te lipon ro bthda ko padune ka ne limedi ke kana chena tera let sare me se yalla komba posin ro ge mari ro in ho acha ke yorete toba yo maris.
So here, as the Bardo beings don't have this physical body, so it's like same thing with our mind. Our mind is always the monkey mind, always moving. So likewise, his whole appearance is moving in like constantly everywhere in every second.
Mangi pita 2 years.
So there are 6 uncertain signs.
Ne ngime kana na ndoi no acha phonjur shene drabu tombandu khomba tombandu tendra jindu no acha khieres.
So that is the uncertainty of the place or the residence. So that that being can have the illusion of being everywhere. Sometimes in an empty cave, sometimes everywhere. So he's don't have a firm place.
Tensa ngepa yo mare samba khadon cheten la so bi jidde ten du no almatu ngepa cho mares.
So then even the place where they reside is also uncertain. So sometimes they can reside under the bridges or under the chetens or anywhere.
Khazela ngepa yo mare khande na thon re tem thop jo mares.
So there's uncertainty of food. So they can see lots of food there, but still then they will not be able to enjoy all this.
Trola ngepa yo mare padu dro adon re do sambo chepa do koron so chen khenje na tenan don dro do hieres.
So then even the friends or the community is also not certain, because then there the being can see the Bardo's, the beings of the another being in the Bardo, or sometimes there can be some evil spirits that took the lifespan. So all these kinds of different companion. So there's no fixed companions. So they can be with different forms of sentient beings.
Hongsurung epayo mare deandra dubandra tohondra tunon haso chares.
So even the perceptions is also uncertain. Sometimes they can experience good, happy ones, sometimes sad ones, sometimes with sufferings. So all sorts of changes will be there.
Tā njīpi dhā ye yores.
So there are four enemies that frightens them.
Tewa nuwa rār, rungi lung, salung lupi chen teke rit, pachen nyuyi nuwa, kumbha dibi nuwa, chulung lo ni Gyatso chenpo nongdi chenro yi nuwa, chua chenpo shuri nuwa, melung lo ni natsado kumbha tsi chidu tsubi nuwa, lungi lo ni lungsa chenpe pa nongdi kubi nuwa, tende hong res, tele njipi dhā ye yores, dhā yi seres.
So this is called the four enemies of that frightens are the four elements. So as as these beings have the imprints of these four elements, like as the disturbance of the earth energy, so then the being can experience like a big mountain that is collapsing, or the house that is collapsing, that is bringing collapse, and or it like as the disturbance of the water energy, then the person can experience that is carried out in the flood or in the water, and as the fire elements, the disturbance there. So then again is the person can experience that that he or she is in the flame, either in a forest being burned by fire, or a house in a burning house. So likewise, because of the disturbance of the wind energy, then the person will have the experience of being carried away by the wind, and so this in this suffering, the being will always be in these sorts of sufferings.
Tene tadung yanga yonsa sung sene, tanda cha hedong timu sung ye bi jen ke, chonglang chenpo, ta na ngome ya ji chonglang, tene ri thoma ma lang ya ji chonglang, tene ri thoma kar chale chenji chonglang tenra chenji sum ji noa kya, tene pa metari noa, ji chu sung na ne, ta kongsa tong cha mungpo ji chui noa tenra kya ji yores.
Then because of our three poisons, then they can also have the experience of being walking on some stiff or edges, where if the being fall down, that will be like 100-story cliff that falls down. So so that can be of like red or white or any colors. So then walking on this stiff cliffs, and then such fear they can experience.
Ta tendra change noa chong shalne, ta yin rin thon le chana ngeba cheo maris. Pachere yechu hegule yechu hegu gi sheka thunche de tsendi yin noa cha. Sheka de par shima gi noa cha. Tendra change yor. Lodo dawa chen le padu noa che khaldu mo, tendra padu chandu mo ye kien yor. Hyama sum, hyama nga, hyama den sum la so pa me, mundu shewa lendro mo, tendra ngepa yor maris.
So the duration a person stays in this Bardo state is not fixed. Generally, it's said that for 49 days, so the person experience all this Bardo, and there is said that if the person is stays for 49 days in this Bardo state, like the half of that duration will be more on the previous life, and the half experience will be on the life that the being will be born in the next life. So in these sufferings, and then it is said that some being can stay in this Bardo state for months or for years, like that, or either it can be like 3 days, 7 days, or 21 days. So this is said that depending upon the various karmic imprint. So this duration also differs between different individuals.
Shambhala NYC then le lamo jike Shambhala NYC hiji chija Khenpo Shambhala NYC tena hiji chija do tubudra hiores. Tindo ne lenkan mumbo ke korse tena bumatu nduran res. Ta ti nyang tena le lenchi chi bihla nyombro deni tata lidon trama hindu yodi hiore. Teke tena hla ke rose ne tena jiten tsendele gewa shedon shete yabo shedon shete inde yore sende dil kabo dron sende dasi turu shi hiores. Nyombro in reke sena tsendele depa shete soma mendele gewa me depa chung chung inde in sende dil nabo dron hiores.
So then now to be born in the next birth. So again, that is also doesn't come spontaneously. So then the being in this Bardo state experience that he goes in the court of Yamaraja, and there then he has all these fears, and so there is said that when a being is born, naturally there's a white spirit that counts all our virtuous deeds, and the black negative spirit that counts all our negative deeds. So then it's like debating that, and then it said that all this karma is being now counted in front of Yamaraja.
Trollere, nallere, hunlere, ange depa shea meseni, hiolare te inao, leg melon lota, gedi jamano cha, ne tene ko depa shea yonane, hiona, kelke, tene, nyawa nonma, nesoso nema, ngoldo hiores.
So then, there, by looking at the reflections of all the karmic deeds that the person have done, so then if there is more negative karma, and then the person is said is led to the hell realm.
Tene kakele, ta tende shene, gedin rema change konza nalene, tene shema gin huwa te halang hiaung hiores. Tene pena ritu sayora, hlale shenane carbo womenke. Flama in le shei talen and marbo womenke. Melishenane humbo womenke. Tundral shenane jonko womenke. Yedal shenane ta ndo sersha womenke. Nyawal shenane tuhun dondan ta nabo traumet and rechares. Rongi lipo ndo teta nuwa hiao hiores. So kana shesare kaki hiores.
So then once now a being has to be born in the 6 realms. So there again the being themselves also experience, like suppose a being is to be born in the God realm. So that is they see the white light which is not which is dim, and so then if the being sees the red light which is dim, so then it's the sign of to be born in the demigod realm. And if it is a dim green light, then it is to be born in the human realm. And then for the animal blue is for the animal realm, human realm, and green is for the animal realm, and yellow or the dim yellow will be for the hungry ghost realm, and for the hell realm, so it will be like the smoky. So this kind of light can be experienced, and then the person can feel that they can be born in any of these 6 realms.
Ta teka sele tsendele che dro te se ta tsendele trauma to padol trauma to na che dro bi chen ke. Tene teka sele ten lama ten kunjo sun ten tabi henkang du ten to na. Tene ngal go zombore dang to res che tari pama che dengi ris she. Tene ndomba she. She na tene ngal ne yapo dang to res.
So at this time, then if the person is aware. So there, if the person supplicates to the Lama or the triple gem, then remember the triple gem. So by this, then it is said that the person will have some power to whereby he can be born into a better life, into a life where the Dharma is still prevailing, and then it will the person will be born in a locality or in a place where there is Buddha Dharma.
This is don't want to lack a pendra here. It's Kana Shena Shevi taught it, Benayon, Tadun Shevi taught. Lale Sherna, Metu Gitarta Buton here is. Lama in Relishena and Garmi Koloko and look into Sendo. More to get the Lebino checking it. Oh, yeah, sure, only Shevi Tani, Trabu Mumba Genon in doing no atab the Harris. Ta Yedas Shenanini, don't the mate patabuton, Dandaji nondo, Revana Pusharasu, Tendrakin no Harris. Then in Yavan Shenani, Tona Punon Mandroin Noa, the George Troncheno, Ndroin Noa, Long Napo, Kumba Naposo, Tendre Kohinis.
Then all these are now depending upon our karma. So by the karmic force, then a being is now being born in various 6 realms. So here also then they can experience again some signs like
Pena Goko Jug, Luyon, and I showed the Shiba say no achadi. Kana Superman and Yawan Hung Tenderi, Tanto Leon Samadaris Mele, Notul Mumboy, Pachel, Tang Sang Omba Pomo get so known in Roshin, doing no atabudo. Yona Ta Tendregi Talli, Tayo Sagilin, Ta Tendra change Tendreki no Akakiores.
So then like various experiences like depending upon the 6 realms, so there can be again different signs, like if the being is to be born in the God realm, then there will be the experience of like being in the flowers or in the gardens, and in the semi-God realm, then the person can experience like being in the war or in some distractions, and then being born in the animal realm, then it will be like the person can experience either is in the cliff or in some dark places. And if the being is to be born in the hungry ghost realm, so then it will experience like being caught in some muddy areas like that. And then like if one is to be born in the hell realm, then it's like going under in a dark tunnel, or see the houses are also black and the path is also black. So all this experience can be projected outward, and it's not all these are not just fixed, so they can have various experiences. For example, then we can have an illusion of saying that someone, or here is a beautiful place with lots of sounds and music, so come here, and then once you reach that place, so that place will turn to be a hell realm or some other. So there can be different illusions at that time.
Cheba do Kumba Zombo Yabodo, Tronchir Zoma, Show Mumbo Sagi, Chilon and Joy Noa Chana, Tena Chita Sagin Toys, Tena Tenepena Tasha Lema Inga de Hugira, Tene Chabasheba Tona, Tele Chodon Pone, Tene Pamani Dorjesamba Gone. So
So then we said that if we are to be born in a place where there is a Dharma practitioners or the Dharma practice, then he said that there will be lots of male and female gathering there, and then also at the time we can also see that the future parents are in union. So at that time, what we have to visualize is now visualize the parents also as Vajrasattva and its consort, and ourselves, our consciousness also visualize as Vajrasattva, and then go into the womb.
Ore te ineta tende shene pama chiden girisu she tatane tena tanche senonde je ta nga tsendele tro tuna te tro idanga she ka te tro ma tuna pado tro idanga tenyas te marena shewa shema ronjin truku henkan she ta ji joni me truku henkan she ma tuna shewa shema pama chiden che tar si yulle tene pama chiden gi she shelu endre gonglu endre tende te shewi ton re khara tende change tene dangana tata ne rongla rongmoye di tende je gi hyores.
So as we all have these teachings, profound teachings, now it is for us to decide and contemplate that all these the bardos, the different kind of bardos. So in each of these separate bardos, so we must make full effort to liberate in all these chances there. And then if we are not able to do that, so the final decision or the final choice is now by seeing that where we are born, and then making ourselves to be born in a family where there is the Dharma practice, or in a community where there is a Dharma practice, and then continue this the Dharma practice. So that is the last choice that we have.
Oh yeah, that sendele zuba chembu che nyausu lenken yina sendele trauma to padole trauma to na rojin tuku hingha she ma to na yon tene phama chiden jiri she na ne tene she ne mholong gi chen ke lama ya bo hi don chen lo chang ang ye hu sunji ji ka so le zuba chembu che chen ne she wa tele ne tron ro ngi ba yin so yo.
So now the practitioners, especially the Dzogchen practitioners, if you are not able to liberate in all these stages of the Bardo state at different levels, then it said that at least must make can be born in a family where there is the Dharma practice, and by that, so either in the age of 15 to 30 or in any ages, can come in contact with a master, authentic master of the Dzogchen teachings, and by receiving these Dzogchen teachings, so then the practitioner can liberate in that lifetime.
Take Bardo ye ketare, Sene Bardo Sendi, Thubsang Rinpoche, Cheka Dunghar Bardo ne, Teni Cheka Tenrung Uchelure, Chini Hitu Bardo Neta. Ke chi chi ke hewa dong chu no an ra men ra zhao se song no an ra men ra no he re lun zhu ge ji ke no a kha he ya bo chen kha he re ngam ba chi kha he de na tan chi chi ni ba do re ta te da na ji ne se ba ba do se ne she wa shi ma ka na she no a cha she lu kan re she de na tan chi ta he tan re yin.
So this finishes all the Bardo teachings, the Khenpo Bardo, or the Bardo of the till of the birth to death or the life, and then the Chiga Bardo, or the Bardo of the death. So at that time, the teachings are now how our five elements dissolves into themselves, and all these outer, inner, and the secret signs are displayed. So so this is the second Bardo teaching, and then Chönyi Shitwe Bardo is the Bardo of Dharmadhatu, of the peaceful and wrathful deities. Is all this in brief? It is all these good projections and the bad projections that comes up. So all these have to be recognized, and then the Siddhi Bardo is this the Bardo that we tend to have feel like having this physical body, and then stays at least for 49 days or for years and months. So these are the generally the teachings on these four Bardo teachings.
Tindi yoni hena ta tsendele onshu tare Tenzin number tapa chi song. Teni nyanlen chetu chuntu gedru diponshe mala number tapa hita gires tadung todrondra teni padogi ngotondra teni poi dangandra teni ne demela sopa tenrende tana shandro mi hiken suyo maras teni shandro inandan kuncho son le lota chopagi shandro gi dangat hikakagi nyanlen shena teni shewa shimale yabo unju te ta chobaris.
So in brief again like the practice. So suppose now we have received all these empowerments, and then if we abide by the all the samayas, and then if we make these daily aspirational prayers to be born in various Buddha field, and especially the Buddha field of West, and also there are some the protection cords whereby by wearing this can be liberated, and then also we can to contemplate on all these Bardo instructions or practice on poor practice, or even if we don't know that, so we must have a firm like the practice of the refuge, giving the firm trust or the one-pointed devotion to the triple gem, and then always reciting this the refuge. So if we do this, then it is for sure that in the next life we will have a better chance to practice the Dharma.
Tata ngaso Tanjoji Mili Rinpoche toyorete yena ngeba du chires now hewa hako mares ngeba yo mares Roni Japani Hion Hakomaris. Ota Hindorenta Gedini Matote, Pendeshete Chiomaris, they in the Tatar Liten Ditone, Andromandu Sasan, Takasa Jijutam. Tarires, Yona Tarire, Mena Tarires.
So now, as we have this precious human rebirth with all the endowments and freedoms, so this fortunate circumstances is again that we must think of the impermanence and especially the death. So it's for sure that we have this precious human body, but for sure that we will be dying one day, and after death is the only thing that can help us is our virtuous deed, and only thing that can harm us is our negative deeds. So by contemplating this, then we must have developed the full confidence that the only thing that can help us in the next life is the Dharma itself.
Mama Konje, Tati Lilates, Shima Kashe, Tati Lelates. Then Shewa Mama Tes and Hosa Suna Ge Jenke, Taljoji Mili Rinpoche Tojute, the Junrengi Paris, Hakoda, Tashima Kando, Tati Rongi Leka Lirale Hiris, Tata Nizaza Majena, Hitera Kaki, Sena Kamaris, Rangurumboche Sonora. Senjongola onkur shetsachi nahi Bardo chilengen ducha tori tente tela kaleyo sonar.
So it's in the teachings it said that what we have done, if we want to know what we have done in our past life, so we look at our present body and the present circumstances, and then what we will be experiencing in future. So that is entirely dependent upon what we are doing at this present moment. So in this way, as we have all the control of this future, what will come to our future is like having controlling a horse by having the rope at our hand. So likewise, we must make the full use of this great opportunity, and so this is the main thing that we should give more importance on it.
Oh yeah, Eke Padu Kepa Nudite Jishutsar, Jepa Hena ne Hejo Mumboyore, Loju Japa Yorete, Inanga, Tetanjima to Tito, Mike, Tene, Temeke, Chime, Dele, Tujiche.
So these Bardo teachings, if you go in elaborate, so there are lots of teachings there, and then lots of accounts of all these Bardo teachings. So it cannot be just summarized within a short period. And he's saying that it's so vast, and Rinpoche also don't know all these teachings. So here he tried to summarize all this Bardo teaching, and this is the what he has to talk. And thank you, and Tashidelik. Simjian Tamjian Dijin Jibraisho Nindan Sendo Jilai Jibraisho Yanajian Denil Jibraisho. Okay, that's it. Thank you.